Hey everybody, happy Sunday. It's me, Crystal Clarity Wellness, Clarity Coaching. Those are my things. And today is day 3 of the presence practice. Now, today, I don't know if you can tell, my energy is a little bit subdued. And that is because my body needs rest. So I've been figuring out all day what to do because I have made a commitment to myself to mm, live stream, actually not live stream, but to make a video every day and to do a daily presence challenge for myself. So to practice presence every single day. And so because I've made those two commitments, I kind of have combined them together to do a video about presence. And so that was a decision, a choice that I made, a commitment that I made to myself to do that. So I am making the video today. And what I decided to do was to just actually go ahead and practice presence while I'm recording. And invite you guys to practice with me as well. So whether you show up here live or whether you are watching this on replay, this is just going to be an opportunity for us to do this practice together and see what happens. It's all an experiment. So right now, I am going to just invite you to get comfortable, ground yourself, put both feet firmly on the floor. If you're watching this on the replay, you're sitting down or laying down. Those are both perfectly fine. And just breathe. Just breathe into the present moment. You might want to close your eyes. And just begin to bring your awareness into your body, into your breath. And just begin to notice what you notice. How are you feeling right here, right now? No judgment around what you feel. Part of the practice of presence is to just really allow everything to just be okay. Because honestly, it just is what it is. And as I'm breathing, as I'm bringing my awareness in, and as I'm actually talking to you, I'm noticing that I am having some tickling in my throat, which sometimes indicates to me that there may be a little energy of communication that's having a little bit of a wobble. And that needs to be okay today. So I'm allowing in this present moment to just show up as authentically as I possibly can, which is to just show up. And as I bring my thoughts and my feelings into that place of awareness that it's okay to just be me, the energy moves down into my heart space and shows me that indeed, maybe there's a little bit of fear there. Maybe there's a little bit of anxiety or doubt about letting people see me as just a real, regular person who has days where I feel tired and days where I just need to rest. And so what comes up for me now is the awareness that there's a lot of us, a lot of people that just continue to push and push and push and push into life because our thoughts demand us to make decisions based on what feelings our thoughts are bringing up. And the truth is, for me today, my my deepest need is to allow my body to rest, to be in recovery from all of the things that I ask it to do every day. I'm asking my body to keep up with a lot of energetic shifts as well as physical activity. And it lets me know, hey, I need to rest. And do you listen to that voice? Do you listen to that sensation? Because sometimes it's not really a voice, but more of a sensation. Or do you just push through it? I know I have had a tendency in the past to just push through it. Just push through it. It's okay. Oh, the thought of what needs to happen is more important than the physical sensation that my body is telling me that no, it's time to stop. So I'm listening to that voice today. And we'll see what happens next because really, a practice of presence is really about listening and being guided in the moment and trusting. And it's a practice, right? It's all an experiment. And I certainly haven't gotten to a place where I am able to trust overnight. I haven't gotten to this place where it's logical to listen to what comes up in the moment. That's never been a logical thing for me to do until now. And the reason it's logical for me to do it is because have had recent experiences that have shown me that it actually works out better when I do that. So if you're still in the moment of breathing and paying attention to your breath, go ahead and just let yourself notice whatever it is that you're noticing. Let yourself just be here right now. And while you're tuned into this present moment, open yourself to allow a connection with the infinite potential in this moment, because literally, this moment is all we have, right? And I'm just going to share a couple of thoughts that came up for me this morning when I wake up first thing in the morning sometimes and I just sort of let my awareness settle. It brings me to some pretty high level self aware thoughts. And the one this morning was about what your thoughts, like how do my thoughts make me feel? How do my thoughts make me feel? And I think that for most of us, we're not really even aware that our thoughts are making us feel anything. So again, this is, sort of part of this mindfulness practice is to become aware that, I do get to choose how I'm thinking. And the reason that I know this to be true is, again, from my own experience, but I'm just going to share a little bit of information that I came across that might be helpful for you in coming to a realization of how important it is to create deliberately with your own energy, with your thoughts, and how your thoughts actually then become your feelings. And I'm not going to talk very long about it. I'm just going to give you a very brief resource that you can look into for yourself. So, those of you who are watching, you might be familiar with Bruce Lipton. Bruce Lipton wrote a book called The Biology of Belief, The Wisdom of Your Cells. And so Bruce Lipton was a biochemical researcher. He was a doctor, and he was doing pioneering research on cells and how cells express, how the genes of a cell express. And back in the 80s, the prevailing thought of the day was that it's a mechanical process. So if you have a certain gene, it's going to express in a certain way. So if you have the gene for cancer, it's going to express as cancer, you'll have cancer. If you have the gene for blue eyes, the gene for blue eyes will express as blue eyes, you'll have blue eyes, right? And so Bruce was doing his research, and he began to find conclusively that genes were not mechanically expressing, that actually there were environmental factors that were involved. And what the environment was the energy around the cell. So it's a fascinating topic. I highly encourage you to read the book or get it on audiobook and listen to it because it's completely fascinating. But basically, what his research came to prove is that the field around our bodies, our bodies are generating field, first of all, through the electrical processes that happen in in our cells, like ATP production, which is the energy that's produced when your cells are metabolizing, right? That's what makes all of the things that happen in our body happen. Um, then there's a field, a quantum field that's being generated by that electrical process. And inside of this quantum field lives all kinds of information, all kinds of frequencies, all kinds of energy. And we our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions also reside in that energy field. And so it is so that's, to me it was profound because it's like, oh, so if if I'm thinking something that's making me feel bad, now I'm not going to sit here and say that, sad things that happen in our lives. No, we shouldn't feel sad, we shouldn't feel anger, we shouldn't feel however we feel. Okay. And I'm not saying that in a moment, a very highly emotionally charged moment, that you can just instantly like say, nope, I'm not going to feel that, and you can switch it. I mean, I don't know. There might be some masterful people out here who can do that. I, for one, am not able to do that. But in a calm setting, or in just a day to day moving about, maybe driving somewhere, just on a normal day, my thoughts may turn to a topic that upsets me. And then the more I think about that thing or that person or that situation, the feelings begin to become visceral. They become real in my body, right? And if I'm really self aware, I might start to notice that my stomach starts to hurt, or that I start having a pain in my chest, or I might start having a headache. And literally, it's because I've allowed certain thoughts to come in, and I've continued to allow those to be in my space, in my mind. And then those thoughts have brought me to these feelings that, may just be emotional baggage. They might be memories from some event that happened in the past. So the emotions that were attached to that event are starting to come back up in my body. This is what I'm saying that we can begin to develop control over as we practice presence, when we practice paying attention in every given moment to what are we thinking about, and allowing ourselves to choose. An example, somebody I had an argument with somebody last week. I didn't, but I'm just saying, say that's the situation. So I'm driving along and suddenly I'm starting to think about this argument that I have with this person. And I start getting mad all over again. Well, I can ask myself in that moment, how do I really want to feel right now? Do I really want to start getting angry about this again? Do I really want to feel upset about this? No, the answer is no. I really want to feel peace. I really want to be at peace. So, what can I do to be at peace? Well, I can breathe. I can bring my awareness back into the present moment and realize I'm just driving. I'm just driving right now, not in that person's presence. I'm looking out the window and maybe it's raining and the rain coming down is making a really peaceful sound. Or maybe it's a bright, sunshiny day and maybe there's, birds. Maybe the windows are down and I'm feeling the air blowing my hair and it feels good. So this is where we can begin to have mastery within our own self. And then can remind ourselves that, you know what, the better I feel, it's actually medicine to my body, right? It's actually helping my genes to express in ways that are more beneficial when I bring positive energy into my own field. And how I bring positive energy in is through my thoughts, because my thoughts are creating my feelings. And so then maybe the tension in my shoulders starts to relax. Maybe my grip on the steering wheel starts to loosen up and relax. And so this is what came to me this morning to talk about developing a practice of presence and how it can help us to have more self mastery and have better experiences. Because I know from my own personal experience that the ripple effect of feeling good is there's a universal law called the law of attraction. And when I feel good, I'm able to attract more feeling good. I'm able to attract more experiences that help me to feel good. And at the end of the day, that's what I'd like. That's what I'd like to have more of in my life. So I don't think I really have anything else to say about that today. But if it makes sense to you, feel free to leave me a comment. If it doesn't make sense to you, you can feel free to leave a comment as well and ask your questions about, like your specific experiences that maybe if you're wanting to see how this can relate to what you're going through, um, I can maybe shed some light on that. So take another deep breath with me. Thank you for being here with me in the present moment, in the here and now, and letting me ramble about my thoughts and feelings. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.